watching this.
Amy, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate that.
Thank you for putting out this glorious film that we're about to talk about because it's it's. I think I've watched it 3 times now.
Have you? Oh wow,
Yeah, like
that's
if there's
great. Thank
nothing,
you.
because I don't really watch a lot of TV. I like a
Ah,
lot of stuff that I've seen, so I just replay value it all up. Plus, who watches regular TV anymore?
yeah, no, I know, literally. That's so true.
So this was your first ever film. How was your experience?
Oh, the best experience of my life. Honestly, it was absolutely like just unreal. Like I still, I still can't really believe it's like all actually real. To be honest, like first film, as I say, it was in the same year of like graduating as well. So not only did I never expect to get like the lead role in a film or a horror film as well, but to have that so quickly after graduating, like I honestly, I'm so thankful that yeah, it's honestly like 2023 that we did it, so it was
It
a
was
little while ago now.
2023 when you guys did this film?
Yeah, yeah, but you know it was still in public domain and stuff. So now we're finally seeing the effects of it all after all this time. So
Damn, I thought it was just this year because as I was telling you off air, like I saw a trailer and then like it felt like 3 weeks later. Oh, by the way, it's out. So
yeah,
I thought it was a this year
that's
movie.
because you're in America. It's not out here till the 2nd of June.
What?
I can't even watch it. so
You
it's
can't
only in
even
America and
watch
Canada that it's out
your
so
own
far.
film at home?
Yeah.
That
You
is
can watch it before my own family did.
that is
so
wild. They couldn't even give you like anything to watch it. They couldn't give you like a hard copy, nothing.
I mean, I didn't actually ask to be honest. I feel like when it comes out on the 2nd of June, like I'm gonna get like my buddies together and stuff, and we're gonna watch it. And I feel like then I'll be able to, just appreciate that it's out that day here. But then also like I went to I mean I've seen it, like I've seen it at the premiere and stuff, and I've seen it at the we had a screening the other day at Banshee Labyrinth, which is like a goth pub in Edinburgh. And it's really cool, and they have a cinema there. So we had a screening there with a team called the B Team, and they were brilliant. They watch a new B movie every Monday, and we watched it with them, and it was honestly such a great experience watching it with them. Like they got like every reference, and they were just screaming and laughing at bits that I didn't even. I've watched like you didn't realize that. Oh, actually, that's really funny as well, and it's stuff like working behind the scenes and stuff. The more you watch it, the more you actually stop like analyzing it and just enjoy
Yes.
it. So I really that finally got to do that time. So it was really fun. So I have seen it a couple of times, but that was the first time my dad and brother have actually watched it was the other day.
Wow. I was gonna
Yeah, yeah.
say
So you saw it before then.
that's just wild to me how different countries just get stuff last
yeah,
because I
I
know
know because it was made here.
and that was my next question. This had to have been made where you live because I'm just like because I did a little bit of research and it said where it was made and now you're saying that you couldn't even watch it even though it was made in your backyard. It's wild to me.
No. I know. It's they've really built up the suspense with it. so the day we finally can watch it, because it'll be on streaming platforms here, it's gonna be like, oh, finally, a very good moment indeed.
So what streaming platforms do you guys have over there?
So it'll be Amazon, iTunes, and Apple are the main ones that I know of. Amazon's the one I probably use the most, to be honest. So
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be on that, and then yeah, so it'll be on them
because
three that I know of. And then
that's where I
I
got it
think it's
from.
other
Is
one. They
Amazon.
said like all good streaming platforms, but that's like the three that stick in my head. So
I thought you
yeah.
guys had something different or like a kept secret from us.
Is that what you guys use over there? Like,
Yes, same thing.
yeah, same thing. Okay, okay.
It's basically Amazon for movies, Apple TV for other stuff like TV shows, documentaries, and whatnot. And
mm.
then we just started getting stuff on Peacock, which is weird. But Peacock is
Okay, yeah, I've
usually
never used that.
our soccer and horse racing and all the other sports nobody cares about over here. So yeah,
That's fair.
but Amazon is where where I got Shiver Me Timbers from, and it's just weird that you guys shot this movie, and I think in 14 days, 15 days, I heard.
Basically, like the first shoot, the actual shoot was 10 days. And then we had a costume day the day before that, and then in November, a few months later, we had to do some like pickup shots. But it was just sort of one extra scene added, and then like an extra, like redo of a few scenes. And that was only an extra. I think it was only an extra like 2 days or something. So yeah, not even 2 weeks.
Damn.
So yeah, it was. It was just. It wasn't really extra to do. So yeah, 13 days in total. But I mean, the actual shoot itself was 10 days.
Sleepless nights.
It's long hours, in case you can imagine.
Oh, I can imagine. Probably sleepless nights too.
Yeah, a lot. So it was a lot. But I mean, everyone didn't really care about the long hours because it was just such a great set to be on, to be honest. So I was just, happy to be there, to be honest.
It felt like you guys meshed well through the screen because it felt like like the movie was it just rolled very well.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, 100%. Everyone just really quickly became like this like sort of little family, and they were honestly so good. And like I feel like because I think a lot of the actors, we were all kind of in the same boat. Like we'd never really done many features or anything before, so it was good to sort of just bond over that learning experience together. I think from my point of view anyway. And then on the first day, it's the costume day. People were getting fitted. It was a sunny day, which you don't get very often in Scotland, so we all just sort of sat out while everyone else was getting fitted, ran some lines, got to know each other a bit. And then by the end of the day, we're all friends, so it worked really well.
It was a quick, hi, how you doing? Good to meet you. Let's do this.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm very grateful for like my first film being with the cast and crew that we did have, because they were honestly just amazing.
Like, it just felt like you guys were a family, and this film just came together so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone just put in everything that they could. Everyone's working all hours, but I mean, no one complained about it. Like, it was just like, it was just a pleasure to be there, to be honest, all the time.
But for your first full-length film, though, that has to just feel just amazing to see your first full-length movie being distributed to Japan, to Pakistan, and then who knows where else this is going to go.
Oh, I know. It literally, I know. Every time Paul tells me something like new about, we got signed for here, like Japan or whatever, I'm like, what? People in Japan are watching this. It's mental. So it's a really crazy thought, and you don't ever expect anything to get like that big, that it's going like all around all these different countries and stuff. But like, it's just unbelievable that it is, and it's getting so much like good well, obviously mixed reviews. It's a bit like Marmite, as Paul has said. But it's getting so many mixed reviews from all around the world, which is good or bad. It's great to just hear people's opinions on it.
Oh yeah.
So
just stay off the internet, because you're never going to please anybody. Like
exactly. Oh no, we know it's gonna come with mixed stuff. Like any of these sort of public domain characters. Like as soon as I found out it was a pop-up film, I just thought of like Blood and Honey and stuff. Like I mean, I think they're great films, but obviously any character that you put in the public domain, it's good. People were like, no, don't do that to my childhood. And it's like, come on, like just let people have fun with the characters.
Like I've had Scott Chambers on, who directed the first Blood and Honey, and he said he's received death threats and people outside of his house harassing him. I'm like, people, it's entertainment.
I know, like it's not the end of the world, and in fact, I think it's actually a really brilliant and smart idea.
Same.
So as soon as I found it was a pop-up film, I was like, people might not like this. But then also, again, like Paul made the point, Paul Pite is like, he was an angry drunk anyway, So
people can relate to this character if they think about this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so exactly, that's so true.
So you play Olive Oil in this
I
movie,
play olive
which
oil, which
is
is mental to say.
like, and it's not your typical olive oil either. So for the people
No, no,
listening, if
nothing
you
like the cartoons or anything like that.
if you
Like,
if you go into this movie thinking that it's like the anime, that you're going to get disappointed.
yeah, oh yeah, do not expect that at all. Like, I mean, you can't make it anything like the animated or anything like that. Anyway, I mean that's all
No.
still trademarked. So you really have to have your own take on it. But like, I'm so glad we did, and like Paul's vision of olive oil, well, he helped me sort of bring that to what he wanted as well. And then, I mean, he literally saw my headshot and he saw like a piece from my showreel and was like, "That is exactly how I envision her." And then that's how I got hired as olive oil.
So what was your reaction knowing that you're about to play olive oil in a horror movie?
It was absolutely just disbelief. Like, I remember I'd signed the contract. Paul had literally, it was like literally the day after I got the phone call because we just seen on backstage that it was like an untitled feature film, and I was, oh, it's in Scotland. Right, I'll try that. And I actually seen, Lizzie's character, the blonde girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the character I applied for. I didn't see Olive's character. I just saw Lizzie's.
Really?
For some reason, that's just how the algorithm worked, I guess. And then I mean, I was like, it's not exactly my casting type. I don't really get cast like the cheerleader, sort of, which is what it was described as in the backstage, sort of casting call. And then, but I was like, I'll apply for it anyway because it's really close to home. You don't see stuff like that in Scotland very often. And then Paul phoned me. Literally, I woke up the next morning. He phoned me when I was on my way to another rehearsal, and then. And he was just like, look, we don't think that you're like the right fit for this character, but like we actually think you're going to be perfect for our lead. And I was like, what?
You were like, okay.
Okay. I was kind of in disbelief when he was like, I can't really tell you much more, but if you fancy like, signing a contract, we can tell you everything. And I was like, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. Sign the contract. Hours go by, and he tells me absolutely everything, and then. Yeah, it was like, I was honestly just like, even at the end of it, I was like, this can't be on. Like, this is like one of those like scams you hear about. Like, I was like, he's gonna like ask me for money or something at the end. And this is all a big scam, and none of it's real, because that doesn't happen. And then, and I just honestly did not believe it. And then I kept rolling with it, because I was like, I mean, he's not doing anything to tell me it's a scam. I just can't believe this is happening.
You're like, where's the punchline, guys? This is a big joke, haha.
Okay, when do I start getting really suspicious here? But no, I just had to roll with it, and then we were there, and then it just started being like, okay, I'm gonna send you the script now. I went home, read the script, and I was, this is an amazing idea. and then it was after that I was just like, wow, I'm all over it.
Damn. And like that. Like the first scene, as I was telling you, like off air, the scene that got me the most, that basically set the movie up, was you're just a loner in the back seat, just basically gauging everybody, not knowing that you're going to be the final girl at the end of the film that takes him down. So
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
Know. We had to. Paul really emphasized how much that we wanted to, at the start she's a total nerd. But like, that's her whole thing is just, being smart, getting into MIT and stuff. And then by the end of it, I mean, trauma changes her, I guess. And then she's just like the totally different person. But I mean, I'd say in the best way, but I feel that's insensitive considering what she went through. But yeah, she just becomes this like sort of, what as Paul used to put it, like she goes from a nerd to a badass, and I was like, I'll take that. So.
Yeah, she goes from quiet to, I'm going to kill this guy myself if none of you will do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do at the end. I'm not going to say how you kill this man.
No.
Definitely no spoilers, because I want people to watch this film.
Yeah.
It's one of my personal favorites of the year so far.
Wow, really? And you've watched a lot of movies, so that is great to hear.
because I feel like some other public domain movies, I'm not going to name any names, just
That's
saying,
fair. No shade
but
here.
I think when somebody gets a horror version of a animated film right, it should be talked about, and I think he did this movie justice for me because I was a huge Popeye fan, and to spin it, and for one, Popeye looks like Popeye to me.
Yeah,
Olive
yeah.
Oil is the person that I imagined in a horror film to look like,
Thank you.
and he should be given his flowers for the script because it was perfect for me.
Oh, he should. Honestly, it is so amazingly written. Like it is. Oh, it's honestly a genius. That Paul. Like, it's absolutely brilliant. And like all the references that he peppered through it as well. Like it's just like absolutely genius as well. Like just to be able to put that in, and they all seem so natural. And then it's like just all these Easter eggs when you're watching it as well. Like I feel like people are going to watch it more times. People were saying that at the screening the other night. They want to watch it again because they want to keep looking for all these references and seeing if they missed everything. And I was like, oh, he's smart here. He's managed to do that. I've lured people back in to watch it. So I feel
And
like they're finding something new every time, which is like, oh, it's such a great idea.
and that's one of the reasons why I've watched it so many times to see if I missed anything, because
Yeah,
it's not just in your face; they are just put there to see if anybody
yeah,
catches on.
exactly.
And 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 I could tell his love for horror movies because if you just watch it once, you could just tell.
Oh, I
Like,
know. Like I mean, I love horror movies, but I've never met a man that loves horror the way that Paul loves horror movies. And like, I never realized how unclued up I was about things until I met him. And he can talk for hours and hours on all these like horror movies and stuff. And I was just like, wow, okay, I need to learn more than I thought I did. Because yeah, he's just honestly like never met someone with such a great amount of knowledge about horror than he does, and it's honestly amazing. But he's
and it
obviously grown up
shows
with that whole VHS sort of thing as well.
that, yeah, like, and another thing that really got me about this, usually you can tell when independent films are filmed and how they look. This didn't feel like an independent movie to me.
Thank thank you. I
And
know, I do agree that like they've done a very good job with it.
that's one of the things I look for because I like if it's independent, I'm watching it. I don't care what it is. Like I get sent a lot of stuff to watch, but one of the things I look for is can you tell it's independent? And I tried really hard to like be like this is independent. I'm like this movie is not independent and it should have been in theaters. And that's just my opinion, but who am I?
Well, I validate that opinion and I appreciate it. And you know what? That's really great to hear for someone that has like obviously watches as many as you do as well. So thank you so much for that.
I watch way too many. Trust me.
Never too many.
Trust me, it is too many because I open my email and it's like 75. Just
Oh wow.
watch my stuff. I'm like, it's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, exactly. You can never catch.
So did you do any like research in Olive Oil at all before putting your spin on the character at all?
So yeah, I did do it. Quite one thing that really helped. So I kind of do this for every character. I made a music playlist. I actually made two music playlists.
Now we're
And
talking.
this is one thing like I have to do for every single character I play to really help get into their head. So I made one, and it was like not allowed any music past 86. And that was the first one I made. And it has a lot of stuff like Susie and the Banshees, and like there's some Metallica in there. There's a lot. There's a big variety of stuff in there. And then I was sort of like going on my day-to-day life, and I couldn't stop thinking about this film and the character and how to develop it. And then it was like so many songs I would listen to just in my own music, and I was like, oh, I relate that to Olive now, and that this could relate to this bit, and this is how like she would feel about this if she was listening to it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make another one. So I have got one called Characters Modern Playlist, and that's just all just stuff that I would listen to that I feel like if it wasn't in 1986, that she would listen to as well. So that was a really big way of getting into her head. And then it was like depending on what scene you know, sometimes it's sad songs and stuff before certain scenes, stuff like that. All the way to set, driving to set, I had that on. And then I guess one song I had on the way to set every day is the Sex Pistols cover of Roadrunner.
Yes.
That is, to me, that is Olive's song. I don't know why, but it was every day going to set when it was just all nice and sunny, and it was just like great to drive to. And yeah, so every time I think that is like the song that makes me just think of being on set. Along with a few others, but like to me that is the one. But obviously, like not being alive in 1986 as well, I'm a 2001 girl. I actually had to like do a lot of research of like what was going on in her time, stuff like that. And then I mean, Paul gave me obviously a lot of research to do with like watching like all these films to make sure we knew all the references, we knew where all the inspiration and stuff was coming from. So I was like, it was all really fun research,
Yeah.
So it was great.
Did you happen to watch any of the animated?
Sorry?
Did you watch any of the animated stuff from back in the
Animated
day?
like Popeye?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I already seen like a bit of that because my mum like growing up loved that. So I already sort of watched that growing up a bit. So I did watch a bit of that to refresh my head, but honestly I didn't actually really want to watch too much of it because it's not that version of Olive Oil. So I did watch it and I was like, you know what, I really don't think I want to get attached to this at all, so I'm going to stop watching it here because I don't want that to influence it. Like, this is me and Paul's take on her. So, yeah. But another thing I did as well is I always try to make sure I can answer 100 questions on my character. So that was one of the first things I did to like sort of get to know her as well, and that's just something I do for every character as well. So yeah, there was a lot of character research that went into it. I was looking at other characters from other films that sort of like inspire me, remind me of her and stuff as well, to just sort of get little takes like yeah, just there was a lot of research I guess that went. I had quite a few months before shooting to just sort of like prepare for that as much as I could.
So I actually made one of my friends watch the film because he watches everything with me.
Oh
And
yeah.
he goes, if I had to describe Olive Oil in one line, and this was his line, and I have to agree, if Olive Oil met Wednesday Addams in a horror film, that is exactly what he said about it.
You have no idea how brilliant that is to hear. Oh my god. Wednesday Addams.
And I couldn't, that's who I saw in the back seat. And by the end of the film, Popeye pissed off Wednesday Addams. Like, and I had to agree with him.
I'll take it. I love Wednesday Addams, so yeah, another iconic Gothic character right there. So yeah, thank you so much. I will take
and I was like, why didn't I think of that? I was pretty mad at myself.
I know, honestly, yeah, neither exactly. That's actually, that's an interesting take on it, but I love that.
I just have to agree with him. Like,
yeah, same. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So you're actually having a showing in Scotland. So where do you go next after Scotland then? Because it's going to, because we were saying Japan next, right?
Yeah, Japan next. I know it's been signed in for theaters in Pakistan, and so I think that's the one place we know. Well, I know anyway that it's going to be in theaters, and then they're making deals for stuff all over the place while they're trying to negotiate them anyway. So I mean, I'm not too sure yet, but I'm sure over time we'll see on like the social media pages and stuff. When they
because I keep following the pages for like updates and whatnot, and I saw it was going to Japan.
Yeah, which is amazing, and like they hopefully we'll like it as much as we do as well. So yeah.
So does that mean you all get to go to Japan for it?
I don't know. I've not actually asked. I just, I'm like, I don't want to get my hopes up. So I'm like, if I get to go to Japan, like that's great, and that would be a massive bonus. But
I'd be like, so when do I start packing?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'm really not too sure, but I mean, I hope so because Japan looks amazing. So hopefully.
So my very last question is: do we get a physical release of this movie?
So yeah, it should. I mean, like DVD.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm aware, like, I mean, yeah, it'll be coming out on like DVD and Blu-ray and stuff. Because we did like, how you get like extras for Blu-ray like at the end, It's like
Yeah.
sort of quick. Yeah, we've done that, so it should definitely be coming out on. I kind of thought you guys already had it on DVD. I just assumed.
No.
Oh, do
I've
you know?
I have looked everywhere online. There is no mention of a Blu-ray. It just says Apple and Amazon. That's it.
I am so sure that it will be coming out on DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know when. I just assumed that like when it got released on like the streaming services that it did, but I do not know. So
Nope.
I will need to find that out.
Cause the only way we get stuff over here, because nobody carries physical copies anymore. The only
I
place
guess that's so true. Everyone does just use like the streaming services. Yeah.
my Best Buy has been turned into a Home Depot. Basically has lawnmowers and electrical stuff, and it's wild. The only place we can actually buy physical copies is Target and Walmart. That's it over here.
What? Oh
They have
my.
phased out physical copies.
Yeah, I don't. It's a shame, isn't it? I mean, I've still got a whole bookshelf upstairs, and it is all just DVDs because I'm not throwing those out. I'm gonna watch them one day again. But yeah, I know it is a shame that it's just sort of dying out, isn't it?
Like, and I post pictures on stuff that I get on the Instagram because I like showing support to the independents, and I'm trying to get more people to show support. That's why I like having physical copies of independent films, because who knows, one day they may be gone, so I can
Well,
just pop in a disc.
that's actually a very good point as well. Yeah. Well, I can try and find out for you. I can easily, next time I see Paul, I'll bring it up and I'll be like, here, I thought America already had DVDs. When's that happening?
Nope. I checked
But
Amazon this morning.
That's a shame. That's a shame. Well, I want to know now because I'm like, oh, because I just assumed that would happen here on the second of June as well. But I mean, I don't know how all that stuff
But
works. As I say, it's my
but
first
remember,
one. But
you can't even watch your own film at home yet.
no, I can't. Not yet. Not yet. But you know what? It's only like it's like just under 2 weeks actually. So yeah, it's mental. It's mental. I know. I'm trying to like choose more friends to watch it. Because all my friends haven't seen it either, and they all live all over Scotland, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm actually going to do in the second. But yeah, it's just going to be mental when they can finally see what I've been trying to talk about. Well, not allowed to talk about, should I say, this whole time. So it would be great to finally just actually talk to people about it as well.
Just one big party and just wear the T-shirt and just be like, watch, and
yeah,
just sit back and
exactly.
watch the reactions.
Exactly.
That's got to be wild. Like,
Exactly. Oh, it's gonna be. I cannot wait for everyone to see it. Honestly, it's gonna be so good. And
so
yeah,
are you?
hopefully on to more. To be honest.
That was my next question. Like, can we see you in more stuff coming up? Like, what we got?
So yeah, I mean, I'm applying for stuff and audition for stuff like all the time. I've done a few short films this year, but no more feature films so far. But I mean, I'm hoping so because I had a great time. So I hope so. And we'll see, and I'm sure I'll have you on socials. I'm sure you'll see on socials when it does come up. So yeah, I mean, just stick around and hopefully they will. But
I ain't going nowhere. Trust me.
yeah, exactly. So I'm really hoping when it gets out here as well, like maybe that'll kick things off, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see.
It will. This is just the start of your career in horror. I can just feel it. I know you're going to do more.
So I mean, it's had a really good response so far from even like we were at like HorrorCon, like the convention, like a few weeks ago, and that was people like, you know, as I said, like no one's really seen it here, but we had like the trailer on loop, and people were really intrigued. People were really excited about it there. So I do think it's gonna hopefully get a good reception here like it has over in America and Canada as well. So it is looking good so far.
Wait, you had to go to a Comic-Con and people haven't even seen it yet?
No, but people were really excited about it.
Wild.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was sort of like an advertisement thing, more like you know, because we had, you know, the screen playing it on repeat, and then people got curious and stuff as well that hadn't really seen the trailer and stuff. So it got a lot of attention drawn to it, which was great.
Yeah, so, I didn't see the trailer until somebody on my feed popped up, and I guess they just put a clip of it, and then I was like, well, you got me.
Well,
I
there
went
you
straight. I went
go.
straight to YouTube, and I'm like, all right, release date. There was no release date yet, and I'm like,
No.
all right. I'll go to Amazon, pre-order, and then I woke up one day that said your pre-order is ready. I'm like, it was just 3 weeks ago. All right, cool.
No way. Yeah, because that would have been the so there was like a teaser that was like last year, and then there was like the actual trailer.
Yep.
So I think that would have been like the actual trailer you've seen if it was that recent. So yeah, I know. And it's on like they've put it on like so many like websites and like channels, YouTube channels and stuff as well. So people are seeing it from like, all these different places as well. So it's mental. It just seems to be going everywhere.
Is it weird seeing yourself on the big screen?
Yeah.
It has to be weird.
100%. As I say, like the first few times, and I think like speaking to the other actors, like we all have that same thing. It's like we just wanted to enjoy it, but watching it and the fact that we did it 2023 as well, you're just like, oh, would I do that differently if I did that now? Like, oh, that's not my good side, like stuff like that. So it took me like as I say, like the other day was the first time I watched it, and it was with such a great audience that it just like such great banter in the audience. It just made me totally forget about judging myself and just like being so critical and having that total artistic critical view in it. And then I just finally got to enjoy it. So it's like, okay, now I think hopefully I can just watch it and just be proud, because it's a big achievement.
Oh yeah, definitely. You should be proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I really am getting to the point where I am. So yeah, I think I just need to watch it that first few times to get that critical little voice in my head. And yeah, now we're just enjoying it and going like, yeah, you know what, this is great. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of it as well. So
you just got to get the first 2 viewings out, and then by the 3rd or 4th, you should be good.
That's exactly what's happened. That is exactly what it was. Literally the third one. So I don't know if that's like a common thing, but that is exactly what's happened. And yeah, you know what? We're all really proud of it. I know Paul's really proud of it as well. Paul's
as you should be.
Done an absolute amazing job.
Like if I could fund his next movie just to see what else he's got, I would.
Yeah,
I just want to see what else he's gonna come up with. If he did this,
exactly. Well, I mean, who knows with that, man? But I'm sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. He's got a lot going on ahead. From just what you can see from this film, he's got a lot of ideas in there. So
I would love to talk to that man for hours.
I'm sure he'd love that too. Get him on sometime, but.
Well, the door's open for him, for you, for the entire cast. I would love to talk about this film more. Like, you guys
I'll let them know.
Should be proud of this film.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And yeah, I know they've done a great job. And the fact it was in 10 days as well. Like everyone we've told that to, it's just been like, what? How? And that's like it's a good sign that people would never have guessed that it was made in that length of time as well. So.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like that. That's wild to me, knowing that was shot in that little time.
Honestly, same, because even like looking back at it, like I don't know if it was the long hours or like the bonds I created with people, but like thinking back, it doesn't feel like 10 days at all. It feels like a big chunk of my life.
It feels like a field trip.
Sorry?
It feels like a field trip.
Yeah. Exactly, and it was just we all just got to bond so quickly and stuff. So yeah, it's really great, and all the cast, we still keep in touch as much as we can and stuff. So hopefully I'll get to work with them one day again.
Maybe we get a pot pie too. I'll take a pot pie too.
Will you?
I'm just saying.
Who knows? It might happen. Who knows?
Who do I got to send my email to?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, who knows? You never really know what could happen, so that's all I'm going to say.
I'd be okay with that. Do a trilogy. Do 3.
Mate, honestly, that would be a dream come true. Yeah, a trilogy would be amazing. So, you never know. I mean, it's horror, so like anything can happen, can't it? So...
Everything's in the public domain, so nothing's really off limits to anybody anymore.
Well, exactly. That's the thing as well. That's the thing. So yeah, I know. So I mean, I hope so. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? But we shall see. We shall see.
But Amy, thank you very much for joining me. Like,
thank you so much for having me on. I've had a really great time chatting to you.
Me too, because this movie should be seen by everybody. And I'm just trying to get more eyes on it so everybody can see this film.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
But you are
And
welcome
yeah,
back anytime. Where can people follow you on Instagram? Is it Amy Mackie?
it's Amy Mackie _X.
All right.
And yeah, Facebook stuff. Yeah, same name. So you can find me there.
When this episode goes up, I will tag you in it.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you so much, and I shall share it as well. So
thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, and yeah, lovely to speak to you. And well, enjoy the rest of your day. I don't know what time it is over there, but
it is only 4:30 here, so I got nothing else to do.
It's like 9 p.m. here or something.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah,
I forgot about the time difference. Sorry.
Oh, I chose the time. Remember, this is perfect for me. I've been paddleboarding all day. So.
But we hope to see you soon in the next film.
I hope so too. So yeah, thank you so much. And who knows, I might be back talking to you about another film soon. We'll see.
You will.
We'll see.